You reacted right when I said I have prostate cancer.
Wait,
you had
bye.
a powerful
Bye.
reaction.
Yeah, I did.
Bye, Chris.
All right,
I
goodbye.
didn't.
Thank you for
I didn't
everything.
know, and
You're welcome.
If you
feel-
got to get prostate, if you got to get a cancer, that's the one to get. It's the one.
you don't have to get it, but
Well,
how are you diagnosed? Just a regular checkup?
a really interesting story. When I had H1N1, I was so toxic. My wife, when I recovered, was like, "Well, that wasn't normal. Something's wrong with you." And I went, "No, I had an infectious disease doctor following me. It was H1N1. It's a terrible illness. It's horrible." She goes, "No. I'm gonna make an appointment for you for a physical." So she makes an appointment with. Before that, I was seeing cardiologists and pulmonologists and things when I needed to, that kind of thing. And I go in and he goes, "Oh, I was always monitoring my cholesterol and my PSA and all these things." And he goes, "Oh, your PSA went from a 1 to a 4 this year." And I was like, "Yeah, well, interesting. I bet it'll go back down. Let me come back in 6 months. We'll test it again." He goes, "Nah, I didn't feel comfortable." I go, "Look, one of the worst things for you too is for doctors to treat special people specially. That's how you get bad care. If your doctor is in any way changed in his or her approach to you because you're a public person, change doctors immediately. You need to be treated with the standard of care just like everybody else, because it adulterates our decision-making if we're not doing what we do always the same way, the way we know how to do it." So I accused him of because I was a peer and he knew who I was, and I was like, you're being too aggressive. "No, I'm not. Just see a urologist." I go see the urologist. He goes, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't be here. You're right. But here, take these antibiotics, this anti-inflammatory for a couple of weeks. We'll recheck your PSA." Doesn't come down. He goes, "Yeah, let's do it again." More antibiotics, more anti-inflammatories. Still doesn't come down. And he goes, "Well, by the book, I have to biopsy you." And I'm like, "God damn it. You see what happens? You see what happens when you're too aggressive? Now I'm ending up with a biopsy. I should have come back in 6 months, had my PSA retested, and we could talk about it then. Biopsy, cancer." I was like, oh my God. There's a great case study for doctors using their judgment, right? By the books, I could have come back in 6 months or 12 months and been retested, but it was they had an instinct, a judgment that something was not right. And that's why you go to the doctor, for their judgment, for making the right call in the right situation. I was afraid they were being a little too aggressive because of, they were nervous.
It saved your life.
I was diagnosed very early. I went on active surveillance after that for a few years, where I was biopsied every few months, every 6 months, which was a joy. And then my grade was always kind of low, but the volume expanded. And they were like, "All right, take it out." That was that. It's good times.
Well, just stay healthy. We need you.
That is the plan, my friend.